Hey, what's up you guys? After Reaction, today I'm going to be reacting to some more Person of Interest. This is Season 1, Episode 7, and this was selected by Elle, so thank you so much for your support, Elle. Yeah, so let's just get into it.
The call came in. We have a location on the target.
Get the team and I'll meet you there.
We can handle this.
No, I want to be there in person. I want to kill him myself.
See, shouldn't that person's number be on the thing? See, that's what I don't understand about this show, is like, every single person that dies, shouldn't their number be on? Shouldn't we be getting their number?
Can you rewind that for me?
Thought it was all done mopping up bodega shootings when I got on the homicide task force.
This is like a stick-up job to you, then maybe you need to go back to work in a precinct. We got ourselves a witness.
Any sign of him?
Put out a bolo.
Detective.
Got a bunch of reporters out there begging me for scraps. I tell them.
Send him to the task force PR guy. Let him deal with him. Detective Szymanski, organized crime. This is Detective Fusco.
Nice to meet you.
Is this a mob hit?
The victim's a former La Cosa Nostra lieutenant by the name of Benny D'Agostino. He was out of the game for a couple of years, then he popped up again on our radar about 6 months ago.
Brighton Beach is Russian territory, so what's the LCN doing here?
Kidding? There's a war going on. Half a dozen VIPs in the Russian mob were taken out last month. Word is Benny's boss ordered the hits. This was retribution.
So who's his boss?
We don't know much, other than a name. Elias. You heard of him?
Oh, yeah, we go way back. One of his guys took a shot at me last week.
This Elias is a clever bastard. Nobody even knows what he looks like.
What about the witness?
Is this to do with the story that I wasn't interested in last episode, and apparently the ongoing story, and I haven't been paying attention to?
The victim said something to the witness.
Oh my god, I thought so!
I received his number late last
It's
night.
Keith Mars.
Charlie Burton.
Veronica Mars is
about
dead.
something, but I'm not seeing
But
it
he's
right
also
yet.
in
What's the
Galaxy
story,
Crest.
Finch?
He's a high school history teacher working in the Brighton Beach School District. Lives alone, never married. Not much to go on.
Well, maybe he has students after him. You know, teaching can be a dangerous profession.
Yes, I imagine espionage was a much safer choice, Mr. Reese.
Hello, Lionel. I'm looking for a guy that could use some help.
He's a witness.
We need to find him. I think I already did. Why am I not surprised?
Whoever did this hit, they're gonna come looking for him.
Oh yeah.
They've already found him.
Mr. Reese, we might want to leave this one to the authorities.
No time. I'm heading in.
Get out of my apartment.
Mr. Burton, you're in danger. The men from the bodega are here.
Now, how do you know about that? Did they send you?
You have a Russian hit team closing in, which leaves us with approximately 5 seconds before you need to make a decision.
And how do I know you're not one of them?
Because I'm standing in front of you, and you're still alive.
Doesn't seem like I've got a choice.
Nope.
Where did this piece of garbage go?
You just missed him. And how dare you? That is Veronica Mars.
Mr. Reese,
Dad,
can you
it
get
is
out?
adorable.
You need me to call in a distraction.
Let me get back to you on that. Come on. Let's get moving. Now. I need your cell phone.
I don't believe in them.
They're not the fucking fairies.
Mr. Reese, can you hear me?
It's not like it's fucking Santa Claus. Like, it's a phone.
Hey, this isn't mine.
Mine either. Get in.
The Russian mob is after me, friend. They've got people on the inside. If I testify, I'm dead.
I know a detective we can trust, but we need to get you across the river to Manhattan.
Get out!
We need to keep moving.
That's gonna be a problem.
You say the Russians don't go in there? Well, that's where we're going.
We gotta get him home to Veronica. We can't do this.
Did you see their faces?
They had masks, but one of them lifted his like he wanted that guy to see his face. But that guy they killed, he said he had a message for someone named Elias. And he wanted me to give it to him, but I don't know an Elias. I tried to tell him that.
Mr. Burton, what was the message?
I didn't understand it. Something about Vinny. Vinny was gonna finish the job for him.
Why didn't you call the police?
You don't understand this neighborhood, do you? Going to the cops here is like playing Russian roulette. You don't know which side they're on. One of my students' parents filed a police report last year, and he got into an accident. He's still eating through a straw.
I'll get you to a police officer you can trust.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. And I hope it all blows over.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
These guys look pretty upset.
If I testify, I never get to come back here. And I've worked too hard. This is my home. My students, for starters, I can't leave them. They need me.
Oh, you won't do those kids any good if you're dead, Mr. Burton.
Charlie, please. Mr. Burton is for my students.
Hey, 5 or 6 heavily armed men were chasing a guy matching the description of our witness. His name's Charlie Burton, by the way. Found out he had groceries delivered twice a month from the bodega, and he wasn't dodging bullets by himself.
Who was he with?
Some tall guy in a suit. Definitely not with the Russians. Shot one of them in the knee before they got away. What? You know him?
It's just someone I've been tracking for a while. Best I've got, he's former military. A pain in the ass.
Either one of them get hit. There seems to be an awful lot of shots fired.
Looks like they got off okay. I got a Russian thug in the hospital isn't talking, but we got an ATM camera across the street. Might help shed some light on things.
It'd take 2 weeks and a warrant to get the footage.
Thankfully, a bystander got some footage of her own. Meet Peter Yegorov.
As in Ivan Yegorov, the Russian boss?
Peter's his son.
Yo, officer, call over to the aide. Tell them to pull any file we have pertaining to Ivan Yegorov.
Ivan Yegorov, got it.
Who are these guys?
That's a police officer.
And what's this cop doing with them? NYPD.
Detective Fusco.
Hello, Detective. I need to talk to you about our mutual friend.
Who's this? And who the hell's our mutual friend?
I seem to recall you were going to take him to Oyster Bay once upon a time.
So you're his guy?
No, Detective. I think that's your role. I've lost contact with him. Do you have any idea where he and the witness are now?
Yeah, somewhere in Brighton Beach.
Russians opened fire on him in broad daylight. Those two are going nowhere fast with this state of heat on them.
Unfortunately, the Russian mafia may not be our only problem. I need you to run a license plate for me.
Yeah, sure, pal. I'll help you out. If you tell me what the hell it is I'm doing.
It relates to your case. That's all you need to know.
If I hear anything about a friend, how do I get in touch with you?
You don't. I'll find you, Detective.
I'm telling you, I winged the guy. Let's get in there and finish him off.
Lads, low, wait up. We need to call Papa, regroup.
You want to wait around out here? Fine, I'm going in.
Oh my god! I thought I saw his name before, but I just didn't... Like, I saw Enver, right? But, like, I didn't see the last name, and I was like, maybe it's him. Oh my god! Sorry, I love him. He was on Agent Carter, and he was on Dollhouse, and he's great. We love Enver.
You want to go at it with a bunch of Bulgarian tweakers? We made a deal. They stay out of our territory, we stay out of theirs. Cover every exit. No way those two get out without going past us first.
Is Enver just playing a thug? Because I'm kind of disappointed if that's the case.
I need you to stay awake, Charlie. Don't want you to go into shock.
You should be careful about your cholesterol intake, Detective.
What are we, dating?
Do you have the information I asked you for?
You're the boss, huh? The voice on the other end of the phone? Plate's registered to a shell corp in Midtown. It's a dead end. Hey, let me ask you something. Who are you trying to track down, Mr. Friend of a Friend?
The Russians aren't the only criminal operation looking for Charlie Burton.
You saying this plate belongs to Elias?
Maybe.
Hey, you heard from our mutual friend?
What, are you worried about him, Detective?
Let's go with curious.
No. No word from him.
It's like really putting to the test, I guess, like his faith in him, I guess.
Hello, fellas. Can I borrow some of your drugs? Oh, no. Easy, fella. I'm not looking for a fight.
Looks like you found one anyway.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
you can't even try.
I'm telling you now.
Why are you even trying? He asked nicely.
What is that?
Cocaine.
I guess there's a first time for everything.
Nothing like over-the-counter polymer to close a wound in a pinch.
You learn all this in hero training?
Something like that.
Thank you.
You ever use one of these?
Don't you think it would be better if you kept it?
Just in case.
No, last time I touched a gun, I shot cans with one of my foster dads. Accidentally killed a bird, not my favorite childhood memory.
You after those boys running around our building?
That's right.
You took something from my people. We don't give you any problems. You take them out,
I can make that deal.
give one to the other guy. We'll help you out a whole lot quicker. Someone told me they're hiding out on the 4th floor.
Really?
And one of them's
Do
already
you guys
bleeding.
think that you can take him down? Really? You didn't do very well last time.
Sorry I got you into this mess.
It's okay.
It's what he does.
It's my job.
Some dangerous career choice.
That's the second time today I've heard that. It's funny. You remind me of him. Finch, I was just talking about you.
Where are you, Mr. Reese?
Double B housing projects, 4th floor, North Tower. Find me a way out of here, Finch. One that no one else will use.
City planning office should have old blueprints. How is Mr. Burton faring?
He's wounded, but stubborn. He'll pull through.
The Russians aren't the only ones after him. I think Elias is looking for him, too. 2 service entrances. The one closest to you is in the northeast corridor. Can you make it there?
We've got no choice. Tell Fusco to meet us at Pier 11 at 7 a.m. We'll be on the East River Ferry.
Keep your eyes open. Could be anywhere.
Again, just missing them by an inch.
Wait here. Mr. Burton?
Will?
What are you doing?
Hey, Will. Came in looking for a shortcut, and we just, it's my friend, by the way. We just got lost.
Come on. My dad's not home. You can hide in here.
I thought you and your dad moved out of here.
Not yet. He said we will as soon as he gets a job.
Yeah, times are tough right now. I'm sure he'll get one soon. Just don't move out of my school district, okay? And do your homework.
Yep, all of it.
Oh my god, that's like the 3rd time the Monte Cristo thing has come up this week for me.
Edmund's cool. Survivor, you know. Even though he got his revenge, some bad stuff still stuck with him.
Yeah, you're a smart kid, Will. You just need to show up to class more.
I'm trying.
It's all any of us can do, right? Zombies.
They're taking over the universe.
Yeah, I can't have
I hope not.
Word is the Russians are inside the double Bs. We better get to them first.
Is that you, Elias?
I want Enver to be Elias, because then we see more Enver.
You seen these guys? We're looking for them. Open up or we're coming in.
What do you want?
You all alone in there?
What's it look like?
Why don't you let me in so I can make sure?
My papa taught me better than to let strangers inside our place, especially punks.
Is that right?
That's right. He also said that Vorti are supposed to show respect to one another.
Papa's a smart man. You be good, kid.
Nice.
Thanks, Will.
Everything's really
It's all good,
quiet.
Mr. Burton. You're the best teacher I've got.
Everything went really quiet and I'm scared.
Charlie, can you make it to the service stairs?
I'll try. But the painkiller sort of wore off.
Why don't you just use the old entrance? They closed it down a few years ago. The stairs got all rotted.
Where is it?
It's back the way that you came.
Thanks.
This was sweet, I think.
Open up or we're coming in.
Anyone home? Can't hide forever.
This is where they were before.
Wherever you are, we're gonna find you. And then we're gonna end you.
Look at you!
Come on, let's keep moving.
Looks like you got left behind.
Enver! Woo!
Mind if I borrow this for a
Be
moment?
careful, he might have a
Screw
really
you.
cool personality.
It's a
They
bad
could
move
just
to
beat you.
insult your hostage taker, Laszlo. Keep your mouth shut or I'll shut it permanently. Let's go. Finch, it's me. Get word to Carter that her bodega shooters are inside the double Bs.
Of course. And I'll make sure Detective Fusco meets you and the witness at the ferry.
Just got a text. He's heading to Pier 11. Let's get over there to intercept him now.
Nice caller, Detective.
You too, Carter. Find out who called it in?
I have an idea.
Yeah, Fusco.
And I was just starting to believe that we could trust you, Detective. I'm
I
disappointed.
think he's been bugged or something.
Elias's men are on their way to meet our friends at the ferry.
How the hell they find out?
I was going to ask you.
Are you blaming me for this?
Then who told them?
There's no way I would have.
Detective, are you there?
It's a beautiful morning. I have to thank you, John. Tell you
feel
the
like he's
truth, I
going to
didn't think
die.
I'd see another one.
Elias killed your uncle.
He hasn't really lost
your
anyone
father
yet.
And your brother went to the
So,
bodega for revenge.
I feel like this.
You didn't know what Elias looked like.
No.
So his lieutenant, Benny D'Agostino, was the next best thing. Now, you're trying to rub out the witness, the guy who saw your father's face.
We heard from a source that Elias was supposed to be at the bodega that night.
He was meeting Benny.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
But
talking.
when we showed up, Benny was all we saw. Found out what really went down after the owner called us. Said there was another guy. You really don't get it, do you? You honestly think we go to all this trouble for a witness?
You're in the middle of a situation that you don't even understand.
Don't make me shoot you, John. Drop your weapon and kick it to me, please.
I feel so betrayed. Keith, how could you do this to me?
Like guns.
You know, sometimes you have to do things you don't like.
Like teaching history of the children of your enemies?
3 years I watched them, cleaning up after the children of those pigs. It's a good amount of time to learn what makes your enemies tick, what makes them weak. You know all the secrets you and your family tried to hide, Laszlo, I learned all about from your own flesh and blood? Your children hate you almost as much as I do. Tie yourself to the railing, John, nice and tight. I know how capable you are of getting out of difficult situations. On your knees, please.
You were meeting Benny at the bodega that day, weren't you? The shooters were looking for you.
Yeah, the benefits of knowing who you are and what you look like. That's gone now, I suppose. It's time to evolve. I'm ready for the next step.
Wait, is he Elias then? Don't kill Edvar!
I'd rather die than see you run in my city.
You know what Benny said before he died? He said, Veni vidi vici. I came, I saw, I won. He said your almighty Bratva was already crumbling. He said we'd already won. This is for Benny.
No, don't hurt Edvar,
kill
please.
him.
I'm not gonna kill
Oh,
him.
so this is how he ends up
I'm just
with
gonna send a
a
message. Tell your
leg
papa,
injury
Laszlo, if he
in
gets out of
Agent
town
Carter.
tonight, I'll let him live. Brighton Beach
All
belongs to
comes
me
together.
now. I thought about killing you, John, but I realized that would seem ungrateful. Besides, how do you take the life of someone so talented? I could really use a guy like you in my organization. I wish you luck, John. If you stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours.
What if I don't?
Then we'll meet again under less pleasant
I guess it makes
circumstances.
sense now that the guy, like the student, was like, "Here, come hide with me."
Nice to see you, Lionel. Your suspect is tied to the railing.
Tell him you're welcome.
Couldn't have known about Charlie. The machine found the man who was targeted for death. We just didn't know that he was also a killer.
That is
My
part
fault
of the
is not
thing
that
where it's
Finch.
like,
It's not yours alone. We have more people to help, more numbers.
And how many of those numbers will come up because we saved one man's life?
Boss, it's done.
No, it's just beginning. Veni vidi vici.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video.
I gotta say, I was not expecting him to be a bad guy. I was expecting him to die. The way that he was talking to him, it just seemed like a kind of like, thank you for helping me kind of thing, and then he dies, you know? So that was a twist I didn't see coming. Enver's still alive, so maybe he'll show up again. Here's hoping. I get excited, you know? He's great. So does that mean that Keith is Elias? Is that what they're, like, implying? Maybe I'm not supposed to know yet. I don't know. But yeah, pretty decent episode. I enjoyed it. I don't have much else to say, really, apart from the fact that I just didn't expect that. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.